If you believe God is everywhere, then God must be capable of being found anywhere. If God is everywhere, then there cannot be any place where God is not. These are provocative thoughts because they invite us to consider the possibility that God can be found anywhere and at any time, even in the unexpected places. To say that God can be found by anyone, anywhere, and at any time also suggests that no person or group can claim exclusive knowledge of or access to God. If God is everywhere, then there is no time or place where God is not. And if there is no time or place where God is not, then this is the same as saying God is infinite. An infinite God is one that has no boundaries. An infinite God is one that can be known in an infinite number of ways. An infinite God is not cut off from any part of the world or universe. An infinite God is one who is equally available to both the believer and the non-believer. An infinite God is not limited to one person or group, for if God is, then this would limit God and make God a finite being. To impose limits on who God is, or what can be known of God and by whom, is a denial that God is infinite. It is to box God up, to put God in a museum, to place God in a picture frame and then hang this on the wall. Unlike a finite God, an infinite God can be known by all, even in the midst of unbelief. The atheist has as much to say about an infinite God as a theist does. Both are equally able to contribute meaningfully to our knowledge of God. Working together, they can reveal a deeper understanding of the divine nature, the atheist critically honing the beliefs of the theist, and vice versa, moving from simplistic ideas about the nature of God into something deeper and more worthy of an infinite being. To suggest that knowledge and understanding of God can deepen from a position of unbelief may seem paradoxical, but there is biblical precedent for it. In 586 BCE, the Israelites were exiled into captivity in Babylon, removed from their land, the temple, and the sacrificial system which had up to then been the heart of their religion. The Israelites were forced to live in a foreign land, find new ways of relating to God, and practice their religion. Up until the time they were forced into captivity, it had been inconceivable for them to imagine that God could be known and related to apart from the temple, outside of Jerusalem, away from Israel, and in a foreign land. Yet it was in Babylon, by the Kebar River, in the midst of unbelievers, that Ezekiel had a vision of God which transformed the Jewish faith. For Ezekiel came to realize that God is not limited to one place, one means, or one mode of experience. Ezekiel realized that God is an infinite God who resides everywhere and is able to be known even in the unexpected places. Those who seek to limit our knowledge of God through certain creeds or limit our ability to relate to God through certain rituals fail to realize that God is beyond all these. Whilst these things are good, they alone cannot fully express the true nature and reality of an infinite God. God is not defined by the finite limits of human behavior, knowledge, and understanding. God is infinite, and once we accept this, we will begin to enter into a deeper and richer understanding of each other and God's essential being.